Then dip me underway. You can feel my mind flowing.
For you guys who do not know me, I am Kissyface454. I am a YouTuber, actually. I don't consider myself a sexpert or a sexologist. I leave that to Miss Kimmy Lavage over there. Give it up for her.
Sally may still follow me.
But I do love to talk about sex. I do love to learn and, you know, all that good stuff. Recently, I wrote a book on how to give an amazing blowjob. So that is what I want to talk about today. How to give an amazing blowjob, and my book, of course, because I'm gonna promote my own self too. You know? Yeah. So
Where can we find the book first?
the book is on my Instagram in my bio at Kissyface, Kissyface454. Link is in the bio. I have an actual ebook and I have an audio book. I have a bundle together, so you can get both of them for the like a half off type of deal if you want to get both. But yeah, as far as how to give an amazing blowjob, in the very first chapter is how to deep throat, and that's one of the most asked questions that I get, how to actually deep throat. And this feels very weird with the baby. But yeah, that's the very first chapter, how to deep throat. And in that chapter, I tell you guys to get dildos of 3 different sizes, ranging from smallest to largest, and practice on each dildo. When it comes to actually deep throating, it's more so about going, and same thing with making it sloppy, it's more so with going slower than going faster and harder, which even though eventually towards the end of sucking dick, you want to make sure you're going faster so that, you know, he's enjoying it more. But to actually get it to the back of your throat, you want to go slower. Take your time, get it all the way down, breathe. And this tip I actually learned from Kimmy's head doctor class. I want to throw that out there. I attended one of her classes, and one of the girls who was in the class, she said she had braces or something. She had to go to the dentist or whatever. And what she was taught was that you have to breathe through your nose. And I tried it, practiced it, works like a charm. So that's one of the first things I mentioned in the book, that you have to breathe through your nose. A lot of people, when they're deep throating, they're so focused on what's going down that they're not remembering to breathe. Once you're focusing on actually breathing, it will be easier to take the dick all the way down your throat. Now, another thing that I mentioned in the book was gagging, and it kind of overlaps the deep throating type of thing, because even though yes, you want to take it all in, but men with their egos, you want to stroke it a little bit. So when you're gagging, they feel like, oh my god, my dick is so big, she can't take my whole dick, That's great. So gag a little bit, yes, sure, great, but also mix in being able to take the whole thing down your throat, right? Right.
Don't give him too much.
Right.
Is she lying? You're the only one that can let us know. Just plead the fifth.
Let's just plead the fifth from that one.
He didn't answer. He smiled, so we know the answer. Right? He's still there, so we know the answer.
Now, what I would
I'm recorded, I can't move.
No. What I would love is if Kimmy would come up. Yes. Because Kimmy over there, she got her own table. Like, we all know that well, maybe we don't all know, but I also sell sex toys along with the book and the YouTube videos. And the only reason why I sell sex toys is because of this gorgeous specimen right here.
Women stick together.
Women stick together. We're literally in the same industry. We both have books. We both sell toys. We both have YouTube channels. We both have 2 kids.
You want mine?
You want mine?
I'm tired. I'm both tired.
So tired. But anyways, on the topic of sucking dick, what's one tip? Swallow your kids. Swallow.
How did you know we were over here? Oh my god.
If that cry is any indication of anything, it's the swallow. And that's a part of my book as well. would give for fellatio? So, oh hi.
Well, so the one thing I would piggyback off the gagging thing, right? So it's not just for ego. There's a biological component to that, right? So when you're holding your throat, when you're tensing up, your body thinks you're dying, and it's going to force you to gag. So what you need to do is allow the gag to happen and breathe through it, so that you don't actually vomit.
I mentioned that
Because that's not sexy.
That's not sexy.
For some people, but for the most part, you want a fairly clean experience. You don't want to have to clean up chunks of food. You want to clean up saliva.
I mentioned that as well in the book. Before you decide to go and do it, because not every dick sucking experience is going to be the best dick sucking experience in the world. But for the nights or the days when you want to give the most amazing blowjob, what you eat throughout the day or drink throughout the day should be limited. It shouldn't be curry goat and curry chicken and ground stew and steel and nothing heavy, nothing crazy, because when the dick is touching the back of your throat, your body is naturally, like she said, going to reject it. You're going to think that you're dying, so it's going to be like, you know? You want what comes up to be clear. You want it to look appealing. Yes. You want, even though you are dying, just a little bit, just a smidge, it should still look sexy. And yes, I know it sounds like a pick-me type move, but
it's more like a survival type of move, because you don't want to actually die.
Exactly.
And there's situations where you might gag and food comes up and then you breathe it back in, and now there's like a whole asphyxiation situation going on, and depending on the partner, they might leave you there. So you want to make sure that you survive this whole thing.
I was going to say something different.
Sorry. That was very unsexy of me, but I decided to say.
You're choking, you're almost dying, then boom, your poop will get wet.
Well, I mean, that is a component also, but that's if everything goes successful. If you're not choking to death on oxtail, regurgitated oxtail. This is so unsexy, I'm sorry. Oh, because a lot of times when I'm giving coaching sessions, it's mostly for women who have problems with gag reflex. And sometimes it's a medical thing, and sometimes it's a mental thing, right? So we have these conversations about, oh, I threw up on my boyfriend's dick and things like that, and it's just like, well, what did you eat that day? Did you guys go out to dinner and then you just went home and jumped on it? Like, how did this happen? So I'm usually trying to get behind like the physiological things,
right? And
then we talk about the sexy stuff. So it might sound unsexy, but once you get all of that out of the way, then you really can empower yourself to do what you got.
And I mentioned that in the book as well. It's not just what you eat, but also what you drink. You don't want to be drunk. Like, be tipsy at the most. Cute, right? Be cute with it, exactly. Be lit in the purest form possible. I also don't recommend smoking, because then your mouth gets really dry, and you're not gonna get the slop factor.
Not specific.
Because I think it's where the camera right on the smokers. What not to do? What not to? Right on the smokers. But yeah, try not to smoke right before you suck dick, because then your mouth is gonna be dry. You're not gonna get the slop factor that you want, and it's just not that nice.
And you can also ask your person what they like too, because if they like it sloppy, that's perfect.
True.
But if they like it neat, then at least you can plan ahead. You're not like goggling and causing saliva to come down.
Also mentioned in the book, not every guy likes it to be super sloppy. Some guys like it nice and neat and cute, and that's okay too. And if that's the type of guy you have, then hey, can I say something? Of course you can say something. What do you want to say?
For the smokers, just have a bottle of water.
Yes. Yes. Have a bottle of hydrated, which I also mentioned in the book. Make sure that you're getting your what am I looking for? Daily intake of H2O, because that's also going to help with how well your dick sucking capabilities are. Question in the back, yes.
That's great. That's great.
Oh, that was a cheer. Oh, that was a cheer.
That's another part. Exactly.
Absolutely, because we don't want to taste the oxtail.
Oh yes. For the guys on the receiving end, what you intake as well counts. When it comes to swallowing, if your diet only consists of hot chips, Hennessy, and fast food, girl, no, she's not going to. I'm sorry for calling you girl, but she's not going to want to swallow that. And then girls, if you do want to swallow and you're worried about the taste, try to get it to the back of your throat, like the furthest part of your throat as possible, and just swallow so it doesn't hit your tongue, because that's when you're gonna taste everything. What happened?
That's like I can't do it.
You don't want to swallow? You don't like to swallow?
I've never done it ever in my life.
Is it the taste, the texture? What is
I
it?
just feel like, I guess what you said, what you're consuming in your body, they gotta be like, I guess, bite to only eat mushrooms or something. I just feel like it's gonna go in me and like pollute me.
Not pollute.
Depending on the person, if they still on backwoods and possibly.
Yeah, no. Whoever is on the receiving end of a really good blowjob, make sure that your diet, make sure that you're playing your parts to make sure that she's also enjoying the experience and wants to give you. I'm not saying cut out Wagyu steak out of your diet, because honey, I love me a good, but that cannot be the only thing you consume and expect her to be on her knees ready to receive everything that you're giving her. Okay, and then when it comes to facials, have a good aim, because cum burns the eyes.
Did you see that TikTok where they were talking about how the sperm thinks that your eyeball is an egg?
I'm so glad my man's a vegetarian.
So it's yummy?
Very.
Shameless plug.
Okay, Dave, pick up yourself.
Give it a good stab.
Please tag him on
No, so the other hoes could want to swallow his ass too. No.
Dave, Instagram link in bio.
He needs to teach the men about the diet.
Right? It is.
Yeah. That's what the tag is for. It's not an invite.
Yeah, it's not an invite. It's just so you men know that you also need to keep just the same way we have to make sure that we're drinking enough water, not drinking too much alcohol. Our diet doesn't consist of hot chips and fast food. You guys need to, put the same effort in so that we can enjoy each other.
And drink your water and wash with water.
Yes, and wash your body good. Yes, because a lot of y'all, like especially the uncircumcised boys,
You gotta know how to pull it back.
exactly.
That's very important.
Can you tell him?
Some guys really don't go around the dildo.
Why did I say that?
Some people
Did you guys know you were coming for this? You didn't know?
you weren't expecting this part of the.
It wasn't real.
Look, this is the first time I've seen him not in his book.
This whole night.
He's been reading all night.
He keeping notes. Tonight, right now, he's about to give her chorus like that. This is what we gotta do.
Pull it back.
All right. So for the uncircumcised boys,
So we're gonna imagine that this is a penis, right?
imagine there's foreskin.
This is the head, and then this is where the foreskin would be, right? This needs to be pulled back. If it's here already, because some men do train their foreskin to stay back all the time. If it's already here, then you're really focusing your washing on this under area right here, right? You want to make sure the folds of the foreskin are clean. You want to make sure that underneath here is clean, because bacteria does hide under there. It's not on purpose, it's just naturally how everybody is. If you're eating poorly already, this bacteria already has a scent, a taste. Nobody wants to eat that.
Same thing with vaginas.
Same thing with vaginas. You need to make sure the crevices are clean with fresh water.
Especially if you have a fat vagina. All the fat pum pum girl them.
Mons pubis needs soap and water. But when we're talking about uncircumcised penises, you have to make sure that the folds are catered to. Circumcised penises need to be washed as well. They should not be ignored.
Let's not forget
But
that.
there's extra skin there for uncircumcised men, and they do have to make sure that they take full care of that. So soap and water daily, multiple times as possible.
And a lot of girls now are coming out with their own vaginal washes, or they're using, like for me personally, babe, sorry. I love using an African black soap to wash her, right? Because it's all natural, it's aloe, it's shea butter, it's coconut, it's, you know, all the good stuff. So, and I have had zero reactions, nothing burning, nothing, right? For the men, you can't just throw Irish Spring on your dick.
You know that's the stuff they all do.
Every nigga. I'm sorry. Every man.
Crazy.
They go to the store, grab an Irish Spring.
Irish Spring.
Bro, no. Exactly. The most is a nice little sensitive Dove. The same vaginal washes that your girl uses, use it for yourself as well. Because if you're not properly cleaning yourself, pushing your raw penis inside of her vagina, then you wonder why she have yeast infections, why she have BV, why she this, why she that, why she have an odor. She's doing everything right, but you're still fucking up her shit.
Is that a cheers or a question?
Question, go.
You said like you said Dove is okay, right?
What was okay?
Dove?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
the reason why Dove is the reason why sensitive Dove is good is because it doesn't leave a residue. Irish Spring leaves a residue, and that's why people smell like Irish Spring all day. It's designed to last, and it will stick to your body. So when it sticks to your body, it sticks to your penis too. And then when she puts that in her mouth, there's little Irish Spring flavor coming out.
Right.
You don't want
so it's not an Irish Spring slander, but just be mindful of where you're putting le Irish Spring. Okay? Okay.
And Irish Spring has perfumes in it.
Yes, it does.
And you don't know what you're allergic to.
There
And
we
that's
go.
where those mystery smells.
And then if you're worried about your dick being ashy, coconut oil. That's the only, not baby oil, not Vaseline, not lotion, not, what's another one? Not Bath and Body Works. Don't put any of that on your dick. Don't put any of that on your vagina. Throw your Summer's Eves away. Anything that has all these, if you cannot pronounce the name that's in the ingredients bar, don't you have a feminine wash? She does have a feminine wash. It's a black soap,
It is
charcoal, feminine wash. Great to use on your penis as well if you're circumcised or uncircumcised. No flavor, so when you are sucking, if you're giving the best head ever, if you've read the book, listen to the audiobook.
On the way to work.
On the way to work, on the way to your little sneaky link, on the way to your D appointment, whatever it is, you know, do not use anything that's overly fragrant or scented or coming out the back door. Hi. Like romance.
Yeah, we're not walking today.
But any questions from anybody? Any other questions? Ladies? Nothing? Okay. You have a question? Caroline, Charlene?
So, like, what is a bad? Because in my head, I really find that impossible, but apparently it is possible
It's very
for that to happen. How does that even happen?
The same way there's ways for you to receive bad head, like he's either just licking too much or sucking too hard or whatever, or licking the wrong places or literally going everywhere.
But I feel like a vagina is very technical. Like, it's hard to, you know, a penis is like a long thing. Like,
It's not hard.
Down.
Yes,
If you want
that's
to,
true.
I got you. I got you.
I'll hold the camera. I'm a great photographer.
It's not hard. It's not hard.
No, but like I can understand. I guess I can understand why guys probably have to learn or whatever. But with the penis, it's just like a.
What I'll say with a bad blowjob is if it's not wet enough, because even not with the beard,
I'm like, what? Tell me that.
She would never do that. What I'll say with a bad blowjob is even though there are guys, like we said earlier, who don't like it too sloppy, if it's dry, it's gonna be bad. If you're genuinely not into it, it's going to be bad. You have to want to suck his dick for the head to be good. And he's going, I don't know if he's gonna know, I'm not a guy. I feel like,
Yeah, they know, girl.
I won't ask her.
you know.
Yeah, they know.
Do you still enjoy it?
Yeah, see, he knows.
Not as much, but you do enjoy it because your dick is getting sucked. Okay, so I'm answering the question that I should be asking you guys. What makes a blowjob bad?
I guess you guys should say
Teeth? Yeah. Okay, I think that's like a general, like everybody knows that don't use teeth. I mean, some guys do like a little bit of teeth though. A little graze.
Hand rhythm.
What?
Hand rhythm.
No rhythm. Yes. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
hand rhythm. Yeah.
Teeth. Not enough suction. Not enough.
Go ahead.
Lubrication in the mouth or wetness from the mouth.
Not the microphone.
What else, DQ?
Being scared to gag.
Yeah.
Lack of eye contact.
Guys really like that.
That's a good one. That's for the eye contact.
That was very crucial.
That was very good. The eye contact. Yes.
The hand-mouth coordination is important too.
Yes.
Like, if they're almost there and you throw it off, it's
That's only if his dick is big enough.
well, you can do the two-hand situation.
You could do 2 fingers, girl.
That still counts.
No, it does not count. If your dick is not big enough for somebody to go like this, I'm sorry.
The small dicks need love too.
Sure.
You can do this.
Yeah, okay.
No small penis shaming. Okay.
I'm not shaming anybody. I'm just saying.
Just neglect it. Just no shame. Just leave it where it is. Just don't even suck it. Just.
You know how they say, oh, size doesn't matter.
They lie.
Yeah, they lie. Size matters, girl. I'm sorry. But I mean, no, size matters. But if you have a small boat and you know how to make it. Oh, damn. Listen, don't judge me because I'm in here with my damn daughter. I'm a grandma.
That's how big.
I made her because I decided to not fucking swallow.
Should have had the book earlier.
No, but for real, you know some guys know how to move their motion with their boat in their ocean, so.
Girl, I guess. Get to meet.
One man with camel with push, I think.
One month again.
If they know how to use the tools, it'll do what it does. And they should be rewarded with head. And if you have to use 2 fingers to do it, so be it. Okay.
Oh, that's how that conversation started.
That was a weird segue, right?
What is it? Somebody for somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
just not
somebody
us.
for everybody. Exactly. It's not me, but you know, good for you, sis. Yes. Power to the people. All right. It's power to the penis. Exactly. All right. So the cameraman is telling me that we're gonna have like two minutes before cut off. We gotta wrap it up. Any more questions? Any more things you guys wanna bring up? Any
Epic.
You should.
In this room, not here.
In this moment.
Yeah, in this room right now.
All right. So again, I am Kissyface454. You can find me on Instagram at KISSYFBCE. This is Kimmy Legvag. Exactly how it sounds.
I can.
That's funny. Like you know what it is. You can tell there's a lesbian in the group.
Right. But I love the fact that you guys can do this. I think this is really dope. I think black people, especially of our age, like we're so grown. Like I don't know why we can't just openly have these conversations.
I feel like I'm not grown at all. I feel like I'm still 20 something. I feel like I don't have shit figured out. I feel like I'm just getting by. I don't know how my kids are surviving. Hennessy. But it's like that dark liquor.
Hello, hi, how are you? It's a pop-up. You can come in. You can make
Welcome.
I second that, Kissy face.
Right? We
But-
feel young and vivacious.
Look. Outro, right?
Okay, outro. And thank you so much. Gun fingers, gun fingers.
And that was Kissyface, and Camila Vaz.
And Camila Vaz.
Give it up for ladies Kim Levac and Kissyface, y'all. Confident
We're about to go
women,
double serve.
confident
TV out.
ladies. Just be yourselves, okay?
Definitely just
Put that
be
one out.
yourself.
You can stop recording now.
Let me go.